So now Bob's going to tell you more about actually doing an implementation of this in a school.
So Pat's got all these concepts and these ideas and such because he's a scientist, obviously. He's also had kids, and he was the science dad at the school. And I thought, oh, that is so cool. That's wonderful to have a scientist to be able to be the person that's helping out and volunteering at the elementary school. And when I heard the kinds of things he was doing, I was saying, that is awesome. I would love to have those things in my school to be able to have kids interact with. So we got talking. He said, well, I probably could get some of those for you. We decided that that would be a really incredible thing to have available for a school. Building-wide. For me, I wanted to have these things available so kids start getting excited and interested in talking about science. The concepts are incredible. They are high-level concepts. But there are elements of them that start from the very beginnings of elementary school with the interest in these different things. Interested in rainbows, interested in how you measure things, interested in baseball. So what we decided to do is put together a display area, much like we have over there. We put this in line on the way to the cafeteria so that as the kids go past every single day, they get a chance to look at it. And we would have the poster up for a couple of weeks. We would start off by, we'd have the setup there where there's a box, pencils, everything that they needed right there. We would tell them that they could work together if they wanted to. You can work with kids from different grade levels if you wanted to. You could come back later during recess and explore it a little bit more if you want. The whole idea was to share information and be talking about whatever poster was up there for that 2, 3, 4 week period. I would do announcements. Hey, we've got a contest going on. Let's see who can get these things turned in. We want to have people find out about science. Stop for science. Get excited about it. And the way that we would run it is that when these forms were turned in, anyone who got the question right would be put into a drawing. And then the drawing, you would get your name announced on the announcements. You could come down and get a science pencil or something like that. And then, over time, what would happen is that, obviously, kids get excited about it. They start working in groups, looking at the different things, talking about it, exploring. And then we would then take all of those whose names were randomly selected and put them in another drawing so that there would be a couple of big prizes that would be like science games or kits or something like that. So we're generating a buzz around the school about science and how exciting it is. You should stop for science. The next poster is going to be up next month. It's about this particular concept. So that to me is the important part for school-wide. You can have this go on in the school without any specific teacher deciding to do it in their classroom. You can do it school-wide. There are a lot of options and opportunities, though, for classrooms to have the kinds of discussions like Pat was having. And that's a very powerful component of it, too. For instance, it can be supplemental. This is not something to replace science programs, obviously, but it is supplemental. It does help to add to the things that are going on in the classrooms. Some schools have science clubs. Great opportunity for a science club. After school, work on this poster, get some research going, find out some more information, really analyze what's going on with these particular topics. Connecting to non-science classes. We had teachers, of course, these have high level of reading abilities in some cases, so there's all different levels and ways that you would connect it to classes. Math is an incredible component of these too. So this isn't just a science thing, it involves all of the aspects in the classroom. Parents. We had a lot of parents that would stop after school and hear about what the science poster was so that they wanted to see it. And when they stopped to pick up the kids after school or for daycare, they would stop and look at the posters. Other ideas that you might have. I'm sure there's a ton of different ideas of how these could be used. It doesn't even have to be in a school. It can be in a YMCA or scout groups or something like that. So it's anywhere that the public could stop and have kids or people talking about these particular concepts.